my little beans. I actually just recorded a video yesterday, but I thought I'd go ahead and record another one right now because I'm at home and I'm not doing anything but moping about and feeling sorry for myself. So I just posted a video 2 days ago, which was my red and black chaos look, and Melissa commented and said she wants to see rainbows and she wants tutorial mode. So if you don't like tutorial mode, this video is not going to be for you. So Melissa, this is all for you, sweetheart. At least the eyeshadow part is. So what I have to give for you for rainbow looks, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do, but I have kind of an idea, but not really. Except for, rainbow. Sorry, the hair is getting in my face because of the fan. So I have this ColourPop Fade into Hue palette, which has rainbow colors. That's what it is. I'm sorry, I blanked. So we have all of these rainbow colors. This red really isn't red, and it's the only red. So I don't know if I want to go red or pink. But I also have the BH Cosmetics Trending in Tokyo palette, which has some, let's not go all the way up, has some rainbow colors in here. I really do like the purple, and that red is kind of an orangey red, so it's somewhere in between, but we have options. I don't really particularly like that green color as a green for a rainbow though. But just in case I didn't like any of those colors, I also have the It's My Pleasure palette, the Blue Moon palette, the Just My Luck palette, the Honey palette, the Orange You Glad palette, and the Main Squeeze palette, all from ColourPop. So I'm so sorry if I end up getting the mirror in the way, because I'm really not trying to, but so for Melissa, we're going to go in with the e.l.f. It's upside down. e.l.f. What is this? Eye primer, sheer and color, no color to it. Pick a color, any color, pick it now. Rub that in. I don't think I'm going to even bother with primer this evening, just because this is mostly just for the eye look for Melissa. So I'm not going to bother with eye primer. I'm not bothering with contouring. I'm not bothering with bronzing, but then again, I don't hardly do those things anyway, so who is that going to bother? I might just do the eyeshadow look, honestly, because I feel like what's happening in my brain, I feel like it's going to take a while, so to add everything else, I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling after I do my eyeshadow. So I'm thinking, instead of doing all 6 or 7 colors on one eye, I'm just going to go 6 colors, and I'm going to go 3 on one eye, 3 on the other eye. I'm thinking warm and cool toned. Warm on one side, cool on the other. Does that sound cool? That's how I'm going to do it. Okay, so instead I'm going to go in with Trending in Tokyo. Trending in Tokyo palette by BH Cosmetics, and I'm going to go in with the red color, which is called Fashion. And I'm just using a Harry Potter wand brush. This isn't one of the metal storybook collection ones. This is just a cute little Harry Potter wand brush. Okay, so the red is gonna go right here on the outer crease. Outer crease? How's that sound? That sound good? I'm just gonna try to pack all that color in. It's a little more pigmented. What? Was that English? Pigmented than I thought it would be. Okay, before I try to blend that, I need another brush. Maybe not that one. That one seems a little large. 'Tis what she proclaimed. I hurt my finger, not my brain. I'm still dirty-minded. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. It's who I am. That one still seems a little... I almost said it again. This is called, that color that we're going to go with is called Rise and Grind. It's in the Orangey Glad palette. Rise and Grind is this one here, which when you look at it head on, it's middle left. Rise and Grind. And that's the color that's trying to come out. Be good to me. Well, on camera it looks a little bit more pigmented than it does in person. A little more. Okay, that's enough of that one for now. What do y'all think? What do you think, Melissa? Is it looking rainbowy yet? Or do my eye just look like it's on fire? Oh, bonus points. God, I can't read. I thought it said banana points, and I'm like, Ben? This yellow here, it's abstract. It's in the ColourPop Fade into Hue palette. This is going to be the color I shall use. I need a brush to put it on. We're gonna go in with this brush. Oof. And on the inner corner we go. Okay. Go in with a little bit more of the Rise and Grind. Shh. Stop moving. This eye is on fire. Maybe I should always do my makeup every time I'm having mental health issues, because I seem to feel better. Melissa, what do you think? I don't know why, that was an impulse, I'm sorry. I'm gonna take this brush, which was the first brush that I had grabbed and said, it's a little larger than... I'm gonna try to blend this line out. It stings, not the eyeshadow, my finger, it stings. There's a reason I don't blend this many colors at one time, because I'm like, how do I do this? Like, so what are we gonna say about the other eye? If this eye is on fire, what's the other eye gonna be? Drowning? I can't drown my demons, they know how to swim. Okay, I don't like the greens in the Just My Look palette, so we're going to the Fade into Hue palette again, and I'm gonna do this shade right here. I feel like it might be too lime green for the look, but we're doing it anyways. That lime green color is called Dyed Up. I probably should have went purple and went from the outside again, but for the consistency of the rainbow. What y'all think? I'm gonna mix these two, the bold type and the dyed up. Gonna mix them instead. I feel like it looks more blue, at least in person. Can't drown my demons, they know how to swim. Well, you know, I guess at least it's green. Might not be the green we want, but it's better than not being green. And you know what? I'm gonna continue with this Fade into Hue palette, and I'm going into Iconic. And then I think I'm gonna go ahead and follow up. Well, hold on, let me check. So I'm going to stay in the Fade into Hue palette, and I'm going to do this blue shade that's called Iconic first, and then I'm going to go in with this shade, which is Majestic. My hair. I have an idea, but I don't know that it'll work. So now I'm going to go in with Majestic, just like I said I would. There you go, Melissa. There's your rainbow. No, I'm not done. I promise. How crappy would that be? Like, alright, here you go. Here's your rainbow. Y'all have a good day. Like, comment, skip, skirble, nerb. Subscribble, nerble. Some scribble and nurbles. What does that even mean? Now I just want to blend these colors together because I want it to actually look like a rainbow and not like I just smashed colors onto my face. Smash. Where'd the one go that I used the green on? Are you the one I used the green on? Yes. Cheese and rice. I'm going to find a thin brush. A very thin brush. I'm going to take this one, it's angled and it's thin. And I'm going to take this NYX Ooh, I squeezed it too hard. It is an eyeshadow base. And it has been dipped into a few times. It's white. Bright and pastel colors. Pastel. You hear my southern accent coming out with that word. Bright and pastel colors tend to come out more. With the color white. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this right through here. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. And I'm going to look up. But I'm just going to try to take this and turn it into a cut crease. You ruined it. personally, I don't like it, but I mean, I am my own worst critic. And I'm very bad at this particular look anyways. I need to practice more, so this was, my opportunity. I somehow managed to get it right there, and I don't know how. Trying to make this line even without covering up all of my hard work. Oh, my finger really is throbbing right now. Oh God, it's painful. Now, before I go in and do the exact same thing on the other side, I'm going to wipe this off so that I'm not getting blues and greens and purples in my reds and oranges and yellows. Not yet, anyway. So now I'm going to do the exact same thing on this side.
And then go all the way up.
I don't think the sides are even.
Yeah, I did that. I did that, and now I couldn't
Ignore my son in the background. He just got online with some friends. Okay. Well, shit. All right, this is where we're ending with the white base. Honestly, guys, it's not my favorite look, but we're gonna go ahead and start with red again. And honestly, these are all pink shades. That red is matte. I almost said that red is palette. I don't know what that would have meant. We can do home slice, which is this one here. So, usually for shimmer colors, I use my finger, but with there being a precise line, I can't move my finger past this position, straightening it out without it causing it's painful, but I'm trying to do this a little more every time as like a physical therapy, but stretching out my entire arm, I can feel it pulling in the tendons in my finger. So what I'm gonna do, like I was saying before, usually when I do a shimmer color, I use my finger because it's very dense. However, precise lines are keeping me from wanting to do that. So I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to put, I guess I'll do it over this washcloth I have right here. I'm going to spray both sides a couple of times, make it moist. If you don't like that word, I apologize. I use it all the time though, so I'm not going to stop using it. So I'm going to go in with that home slice color. Come on, pick up. There we go. It's starting to try to pick up. I don't know how this is going to work, and I'm so sorry if I mess this all up. If I mess this all up, I'm just going to delete everything and start again. So, here we go. We're going on the purple side. It's not working. Of course it's not working. Why would it want to work? Well, I thought using the white eyeshadow base would probably be a good idea, just because, then all of the bright rainbowy colors would at least show up. But I'm starting to think, at least in person, I guess it's showing up on camera. Like, in person, this looks like ass. So I might take a makeup wipe to sharpen that line a little bit more, but I'm done with red. So now I'm going to take yet another brush. So I'm done with red. What's my next color? Orange.
I'm gonna send this to you.
And it is Art
I'm
Deco.
gonna send this picture that I just got on Pokemon, and this is what I come to.
Yeah, we're going to use Art Deco. And we're going to do the same thing to this brush that we did to the other brush. We're going to squirt it a couple times. And then we're going to dip into Art Deco.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of sea dogs.
It's chunky. And that's going to go with the blue. Now, if anybody took art class knows what I'm doing is I am putting together the complementary colors. Instead of doing the blue shimmery on the matte blue, I'm doing the orange shimmery on the blue because orange and blue are complementary colors. If you were to make a color wheel, it's very, very chunky right here. Sorry. Anyways, but if you were to do a color wheel and you were to do your primary colors, now don't let TVs fool you. When it comes to art, there are only 3 primary colors. I don't know what TV companies are talking about. We found a 4th primary color. It's not a primary color. Do you know what a primary color is? A primary color is a color that cannot be made by mixing any other color. That's what a primary color is. So, your 3 primary colors in art are red, blue, and yellow. So you put those on a color wheel. If you start blending colors together, the colors that 2 colors make are complementary colors, aka secondary colors. Red and blue make purple. Blue and yellow make green. Red and yellow make orange. So that's what I'm doing. That whole rant. I'm sorry, but like the whole people selling TVs and being like, we found a 4th primary color. It's a load of hogwash is what it is. But I mean, tell me how you really feel. It's stupid. It's stupid. I had art in high school. I like art. I like to color more than I like to actually paint, because I think I'm bad at painting compared to my bestie. I can paint cartoons. Like I painted a cute little dragon once, and a little tiny little baby cartoonish raptor. Did those look blended?
I used to have a Megatros, bro.
But like, that's what I'm doing. I'm putting the complementary colors together rather than the same color on top of each one. And I mean, I could always take a makeup wipe and get rid of all of this and do it again. But I don't think I want to do that, if I'm being completely honest with you. But what do you think so far? I mean, I feel like it could be better. I feel like I've messed up a little bit.
Okay, I've got every single one.
Where did that one go? There it is. I feel like I've messed something up, but I always feel like I've messed something up, so.
I've got 10.
I am my own worst critic. I know that wholeheartedly. I know that I am my own worst critic, and I'm always fearing that I have fucked up royally. So I'm going to go in again. Let me figure out what yellow color Okay, so I'm going to go in with the honey. Honey. And I'm going to do...
God, isn't that sleepy?
Dandy. I'm gonna do dandy. That's this color here. This color. This dandy color. It's so dandy. Same thing. You can squirt my brush. Glad I had a washcloth handy so that I didn't have to use my shirt or something, because I would have. Am I gonna use dandy? Yes, I'm gonna use dandy. I'm not gonna turn myself into a liar this late in the game. Come on, pick up dandy. There we go. Looks like some pretty gold paint, but that's as good as you're gonna get when it comes to... Oh, I had another yellow I could use that I still have never used. Oh well, too late now.
I invited you so many times. Why are you not coming?
I wish I had some like liquid medium for pigments.
Oh, a 7.
I don't even know where to get that.
It was so stupid, but I had it.
Really hope I don't have to edit that out. I'm not gonna tell you just in case. Alright, now let's attempt to blend. That's not blending.
11. Okay.
Did it blend? Does it look blended to you? Do you like it? Did I do good?
On Pokemon?
Melissa? Is it everything you ever hoped for?
Hold on a minute.
Probably not, but you know. Hey, I'm doing this for you, boo-boo. Another squirty squirty. So, it's this color.
That's syringe.
Hot. I think it's how you pronounce it. Haute is how it's spelled. I'm saying it's hot. Hot. It's hot. So now we're going to go to this side, and we're going to go to the inner corner and go... That green is still awful light. It's still a little light, isn't it? What if I put a little pose on top of it? Does it make it look more green?
What's your train?
No? I'm going to go in with Mary Jane, and I'll show you that color in a minute, depending on what it looks like. It looks like a yellow green now. I don't like that. I want to do the green. So much. It's so thick. It's thick. It's thick. So I'm not even gonna worry about showing you Mary Jane.
3, 2.
Go in and squirty another brush. Where's my squirty? What's next? The blue.
Okay, now send to...
Hot Copic. No, I don't want to use that color. I don't like it.
Guess what? You're seeing like a sea dog.
Maybe electric, but let me look at my blue palette because I like my blues. Y'all know this palette. At least you know this palette if you watched my Hades video. I'm gonna go with Tide Pool because it's my favorite shimmery blue. It's this color. They're bright. Go in with Tide Pool on my moist brush. Oh, come on. Don't be mean to me. What's you? A little bit more. Alright, now to blendy blend. It's almost 7. the French toast.
There's so many sea ducks, they just keep coming.
Blend it. Bless you. It's time for my favorite color. My favorite color is... That's not my favorite color. My favorite color is purple. For anybody who doesn't know, it is absolutely 100% wholeheartedly purple. But I don't like that color purple. So I can't... It just looks terrible. So I honestly don't know how to pronounce it, but I think it's French. But I'm going to go in with this color purple. N-O-U-V-E-A-U. Nouveau. Nouveau. I don't know how to pronounce it, y'all.
Bonjour. All I heard was hollering.
You can't even tell that it's technically on the brush because this brush has purple bristles on the end. Look at that. See, because this is one.
Oh wait, no, I'm just gonna use these for now. That's fine.
Son of a monkey and all of his uncles and monkey's uncles. I just want it to work for Melissa. I hear squealing. I'm going to do a blendy blend with the blue. Because there's like hardly any blue on this lid. And my line ended up uneven. Look at how it's like I could almost turn that into a freaking spider web. What happened? I'm terrible at my job. That's what happened. Well, what do you think so far? This is probably where it's gonna end, honestly, because I don't know how else I'm gonna save this. And you can still see the white on my lashes, so mascara would be a must if you were gonna wear this somewhere. And you did it just like I did. Oh, Lordy. Sharp. Okay, I'm gonna move in a little closer. Other than that little white freckle happening right there, how does it look so far? Did I mess it up too much? Honestly, be honest with me. Like, seriously, I'm not gonna get better if you all tell me that I look amazing. Like, I love that you probably think that it looks amazing, or you're just trying to be nice, but don't like, don't be mean, but like, be honest. Like, tell me, is there tips and tricks that you know that could make it look better, or... Now, I did decide I'm not going to do the rest of my face. And I think I'm going to keep true to that today, just because of my... I feel like my finger's going to fall off. Does it look a little swollen to you? Do you want me to try another rainbow look in a different kind of way sometime? Like, I could do that too. I actually have some glitters, and I didn't use any kind of pink, so that's a color that's technically missing from this rainbow. But so I'm gonna put a little bit of my eye primer under my eyes, just a little bit, just so the pink will stick. I did end in purple here, and I got red here, so the pink will kind of tie the two looks together. Because you go red, pink, purple, technically. So instead I'm going to go in with this other color here, this pink. Not the bright pink, the pale pink. I want a pale pink. I like the pale pink sometimes. It's very soft. What is this color called? Fantasyland. Ooh. Got glitter everywhere. Now, if you already had foundation on, you would not want to go in like I am and just like, you'd want to pat it on like this. Because just swiping it on causes fallout all over your cheeks, especially with darker colors. Because if you already have your foundation on, which I typically usually do when I do my under eyes, you can get blacks, blues, browns, any of your darker colors all right through here. So you gotta be really careful. So stupid looking. Disgusting. I'm gonna use nude eyeliner. Maybe not. Oh, God. Fucking hurts. I think it's called... I'm sorry, I'm blind. Honey Dude. It's called Honey Dude. You can't even read it. This is the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the nude shade. Honey Dude. What is all over my finger? The orange? Has the orange stained me? I guess you might want to actually see me do my makeup, huh? I'm sorry I'm not talking. I got really concentrating. I'm not doing my lower lashes. I don't usually, when I do my makeup like everyday wear, like go to work or whatever, I don't usually do. And had I put lipstick on, I was gonna go in with my Harry Potter Ron Weasley lip color. Let me get that out of there so I can show y'all what it looks like. This is what Ron Weasley looked like. A very orange. No. But, okay, so Melissa, this is my rainbow look. Do you want me to try again and do something different? Or is this okay? This is kind of what I had in my brain. I don't know how else to do it. I'm sorry. I can always try again if you want to see it again. But I do have a few looks that I want to do. I still want to do a 10-minute look. Video itself, like I think I've said this before, the video itself is probably not going to be 10 minutes. but it's a look that I want to try to be able to do in 10 minutes to show everybody that you can do your makeup in 10 minutes. Speaking of Disney villains, any more animated Disney villains that you want to see, I do have two in mind. Deborah knows the next one because she's the one who suggested it. And then Boyfriend suggested the next one after that. So just name your favorite animated Disney villain. So anyways, yeah, what do y'all think of this? Melissa, tell me, is it good? Is it bad? Did I do okay? Do you want me to do it again? I'll do it again. But I'll be happy to do it again if you would like to see it done again in a better way. I don't know that I can put all colors on one lid. I don't think I'm that talented yet, but I can always try. So let me know. Anybody who's new here, if you enjoyed this. So for anybody who might be new here and you enjoyed this, I usually do my whole face rather than just part of my face. You can see that in any other video that I have posted. But if you would like to see more, and especially if you would like to offer comments on what I should do, please comment and subscribe, and so you'll know anytime that I upload. I am not going to be dyeing my hair anytime soon, unless somebody wants to come over and help me do that. It's up to you. I'm not actually asking for help. I can wait until I'm healed up to do it, but a couple of you know where I live, so no, seriously though, I can wait until I'm all healed up and do it myself. So you're gonna have to deal with looking at my roots for a few more videos. And seriously, comment. Melissa, tell me what you think. Send me a text message if you don't want to comment on the YouTube video. Is this okay? Should I do it again? Is it funny looking? It's growing on me. I'm not gonna lie. It's growing on me. The more I look at it, the more I like it. So I'll go ahead and get a picture for Instagram later. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I have 2 of them. Actually, I have 3 of them, but one of them is going to remain personal. Beauty Boxes and Beyond, because I sometimes open boxes, subscription boxes, and post those to that one sometimes, along with makeup and nail looks, which I don't think I've posted this nail look. And Octo Smushy, just like the name of the channel, is my other Instagram. I put more of my YouTube flavored makeup on the Octo Smushy Instagram because, you know, my YouTube channel's name is Octo Smushy, although I'm thinking about going ahead and changing it to like my name. What do y'all think about that? So I'm gonna go ahead and 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 I'm gonna go ahead. So I am going to go ahead and bring this video to a close. Tell me what you think. Be honest. Don't be hateful. Be honest, but not hateful. Don't just say you like it just because you don't want to be mean. Don't be mean, but if you can't say anything nice and you can't say anything constructive, then don't say anything at all. But I would like a comment. Just not a hateful comment. I guess beggars can't be choosers, huh? And tell me what I should do next. I've got 3 videos as of right now. This will make my 3rd video that I can edit and put up. And if I end up keeping up with just the every Sunday, then I got plenty. I got plenty for the next couple weeks, but I'm gonna try to get some more out though. I'm not keeping up with my schedule that I made for myself, but like, you know what, January's been shitty this year. Just a little more than a couple weeks in, and I already hate this month and I hate this year and I'm over it. If I'm being completely honest, I'm over it. I'm ready. I'm ready to be happy. So let's all go to therapy. So, with that, I promise that I am not this Debbie Downer all the time. I'm usually more hyped up in my videos, but you know what? Depression is a thing, anxiety is a thing. It is what it is. Things happen. Whatever. So just leave me a comment, like my video, please, and subscribe if you are not, because I would like to have more subscribers. I would like to know more people. So if you're not subscribed, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. It won't hurt nothing. I have makeup palettes I have to go put away. So be good, stay hydrated, drink your water. We didn't have a water break today, but it is what it is. I love you all. Bye.